Hey y'all, today I thought of a pretty funny idea. So, like the card that's in the loading menu? I was wondering, how does that work in the actual game? Like, I want to try and recreate it. Okay, that's literally the entire video idea. I'll just get working on it. It's got like a spaceship block face. I'm glad I know the name of most of these parts, or else I'd be searching for hours. We got a cinder block. Where is it? I know they added this part. What is it called? Either I'm spelling cinder block incorrectly, or they never added this part. But I can't find it here, so I'm simply just going to recreate it with these. It's basically the same. I know there's a flower. Painted a light red. Lighter red. Got this weird setup here. Oh, that's how that works? Strange. I feel like the developers really encapsulated the mindset of the average ScrapMechanic player. Because, like, excluding all the random bullcrap parts, this is exactly what I would build. How does this thing steer? It doesn't have a steering bearing. Might have to do some glitch stuff to be able to get it to work and look completely accurate, which I can handle. I've done some very naughty things in the past. They changed the graphic on that. That's weird. And this appears to be symmetrical. Highest power. If I'm correct, they actually built this and did it in the rendering engine, so I would not be surprised if this thing either is really good at functioning or the exact opposite. Because, like, I don't know, it's made out of actual parts. The big thing that inspired me to do this is mostly the addition of these parts. We didn't have access to these before. We had access to batteries, but then the radio. This car's a lot shorter than I thought. can't forget the duck. Obviously the most important part of this beautiful build. Is a level 1 thruster. Actually, this is level 2. Or no, because it has a weird. No, it's just straight up level 1. Just looks a little funky on the cover art. Now, looking at the extension of it, it's on off. This weird thing on the top. This new part, but I painted orange because that's not the default color. And this has to be full blocks. These guys. That looks right. Now here's where it gets confusing. Because, wait a minute. So those are like colored bricks in the front. But this is incredibly wide. Like your mom. Oh. There we go. That looks better. Now there's pipes that stem out of here. Because I want this vehicle to work and there's no way to tell, I'm going to assume the developers decided that they would put steering down here, unpainted because it's cover art. And because of the perspective, it's actually up here, which would give it genuine space to be able to work. Which makes me think that this actually is what it's supposed to be. Right before it, right there. I really hope this doesn't cause some goofy suspension glitch because of the way I'm doing this. Granted, it is what the developers did, not me. Now, because I am bound by the lack of wanting to do dev commands to get me some scrap seat, I'm just going to use the default seat. Because I'm lazy. Now, there is not a visible button, but I can make one. Because there's not a defined space over here. So I'm going to say this is where the button and the switch is. The switch is for the weird backlights. That's the thruster. It does like nothing. Oh, I almost forgot something. It needs these on the wheels. like front wheel drive, and the suspension, the weight balance makes me think it's gonna want to do a wheelie. So front wheel drive is how I'm gonna do it. Now, are these supposed to be so incredibly far apart? I really can't tell. The perspective is funky, but at the right perspective, it looks like they're completely in line. So, I don't really know. What is the purpose of the controller? Is it just here? I can give it a purpose. No, that's stupid. I was gonna do like the weird double bearing thing. Let me show you. So if I get like a... You can do this with controllers too. But you can get like a chair and connect it to these, and it'll still rotate even though there's double bearings. I was gonna do that on the thruster. But then again, why not just connect it to the seat? So instead, I'm going to make a much more important purpose. And the perspective says that this is in bounds of being accurate. Because there's no way you would be able to see a bearing under the duck. Granted, it is kind of obvious. I'm going to make the one that's off camera spin infinitely. Just very slowly. And this will also be the switch that turns on the radios. Yes, it's fabulous. Yeah, let's put the engine on max power. This car is actually pretty cool. Suspension's a little weak, but look at that. I'm gonna do a little bit of tidying up here. Finish a few things that I forgot to do. Loading screen car. Well, that'll be all for this video. I made a pretty funky car. A one from the loading screen. Would you want to drive one of these? I sure would. Because I'm doing it right now. Oh, it can just flip itself back up. It's a beautiful car. The thruster does absolutely nothing. Yep, we got an awesome car. The ScrapMechanic devs were pretty good with it. It's functional, which is honestly surprising. I just assumed they jam crap together. Well, thanks for watching. You know, the thumbnail on this video is probably really easy to make. I'll see y'all when I upload again. Bye.